Hi, I'm Picasso with the Eagle Riders MC. I'm here today with
Hollywood, Black Patch, Las Vegas.
How you guys doing? So we're doing another remote location shoot today, and it's because we have kind of a fun announcement we're going to make, not in this video, but coming soon. We got some cool stuff going on, but we're doing another remote shoot here. You can see the beautiful Nevada, Las Vegas mountains behind us here. And so, before we start our video today, we wanted to also say that, something's very special we're happy to announce, and that is we just hit our 1,000th subscriber. So thanks to everybody for subscribing to our channel. We just hit 1,000, and that just makes it so much easier for us to be able to produce more videos and contribute more. So thank you to all of our fans who are watching this video. We really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to creating ongoing content for you on the Biker Protocol channel. So thanks again for that. So yeah, you got a fist bump on our 1,000. Yeah. So today's video, we wanted to talk about something a little bit more serious today, and I guess we'll start off with a why not, right? Cheers.
Cheers.
So the truth of the matter is, while we're having a sip of this, we really should be drinking this, right? So today's topic is a little bit more serious, and it's an unfortunate topic that we have to talk about, but that's drinking and riding, right? And I know everybody seems to know about this, but we wanted to kind of hit on this topic a little bit because we actually have had a couple of our fans ask about this, and how in the MC community, how do you deal with these things? So everybody has different levels of alcohol threshold, right? But as big tough bikers, we think we can drink, slam back a 12-pack and hop on the bike and go. I personally, I don't know about you, but I personally have had members of our club have a bit too much on rides. We'll go out somewhere and we'll stop at a bar, have a drink or whatever, and 5 beers later, we're half an hour later and he's slammed down 4 or 5 beers and we're getting on bikes, and nobody really paid attention to how much he was drinking, and we get 20 miles up the road, we had to stop for gas. We were coming back from Death Valley. Excuse me, I'm belching from my beer. So we were coming back from Death Valley, and we're gassing up at a gas station, and as he's pumping it up, he just kind of whatever, and literally fell over and landed on his bike. Bike fell over,
Jeez.
And so it was like, dude, what you doing? And we smelled the alcohol on him, and it was like, all right, I think you've kind of had enough. So we kind of sobered him up a little bit while we were out there. So we spent a better part of half a day. We're all tired from riding all day, and just to make sure he was okay to ride. But these are important topics, and a lot of times we have to understand in the MC world, right? At what point do you start to intervene? Because these are like family members, right? So I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are, but like with us, our club is not really a bunch of drinkers. I don't know about you guys. We don't really have a lot of people that drink a lot.
Not too much.
So a lot of people in the club don't even drink. I have a few people that. I'm not a big drinker myself. If I go out and I have alcohol, it's going to be something smaller than that, and it's going to be probably less than that. I'm not a big, let's go out and do shots all day and then hop on the bikes, right?
I'd say first off, we don't endorse
of course not
driving for sure, but this, we're not sponsored by DARE or any of those organizations.
right.
And I mean, it's common sense and responsibility, right? Being an adult. And we definitely don't endorse PBR.
Of course, right? Yeah.
That was kind of a joke,
right? Yeah.
That is.
I'm not gonna lie. I asked Hollywood. I said, "Hey, do me a favor for the video today. Can you stop by someplace and grab a couple beers?" And he goes, "What kind?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know, whatever, like PBR or something cheap." And then he sends me back this like barfing emoji. I was like, "Oh, okay."
I was like, all right,
well, yeah, I kind of get that.
It's cheap. So.
Yeah, it's cheap garbage beer, but yeah.
Yeah. So I think my own experience, I haven't had to take the keys from anyone. We've had a few occasions where we've, had to like tell the bartender, no more, he's done, and then, we hang out for a while and they eventually sober up and stuff. But one topic that I thought was, and hopefully I'm not jumping ahead, was I saw a conversation once about what if you see another club member from not from your club, or even as an independent person, you see a club member that is definitely had too much to drink. How do you approach that? I mean, you obviously know they should not be riding, driving, whatever they're doing. And let's say, they're by themselves. Like, do you know how to reach out to their club, or do you take their keys, or what happens with that?
Well, I think a good protocol to keep would be never to just, especially from another club. If I'm in a club and let's say, hypothetical, right? I see you guys on the road and I don't know you, okay? So I see you on the road and there might be 4 or 5 of you guys and you're the really obviously drunk one, okay? So what I would do is I would go find your club, I would go to any officer, preferably a sergeant at arms,
Yeah.
and say, hey, listen, I'm just giving you a warning. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you got a guy who's probably had a bit too many. You might want to talk to him or take keys or something, because he's not looking good,
Yeah.
If it's a solo rider, if it's just one person out and he's wearing a cut, that's a little different, right? One of the reasons it's so great to network with other clubs is you get to know, I mean, I've got so many dozens of club officers on my phone, and so, I may not necessarily be really tight with them, but I know enough to text them or call them and say, hey, listen, you got a guy out who maybe, be in some trouble here.
Yeah, and if you don't know that specific club, you can probably call someone that might know someone in that club. I think, because, I mean, we're human beings. We should look out for each other, right? If you know something's bad's going to happen, I mean, I know some people don't get along, but it's, I don't know, common respect. I think I would only hope someone would do that to me. Yeah, so that's the biggest thing I've always kind of questioned. I've never come into it myself. There's always other club members there, and they always take care of it and everything. But would be how to approach them. So let's say you don't have contact info, you don't know anybody really, you're an independent rider, and you see a club member that is just trashed, and they're literally like jumping on their bike.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, the way I would probably approach it is just walk over and say, hey, listen, brother, I'm just looking out for you. I could tell you're having a little bit of a hard time. How about I get you off the bike? Let's get you a soda. Let's take a little break here,
Yeah.
And then, while at least that adds a little buffer time to where you can, ask him, hey, do you, I haven't talked to your sergeant at arms in a long time. Is there a way I can give him a text real quick? We're doing an event coming up. I want to talk to him about something.
Yeah.
Can you share his number with me real quick? I just want to send him a quick text.
Yeah.
So, that might be a good way to intervene. Anything just to create kind of like a little buffer there between him throttling up and killing himself on the highway and, just getting him off the bike even for just 5 minutes to where you can kind of get a little more control of the situation. But I would always do it from that kind of perspective of not really confrontational, where it's like, hey, dude, you're drunk, you shouldn't be riding,
course,
give me your keys. Because, his whole thing is going to, and it could be she, right? I'm not saying he, right? But, that person could be just like, well, screw you, I'm fine, I'm good, all right, so now you have a problem.
Yeah.
And I also look at it not just from the perspective of, obviously the level of importance is I'm worried about the person on the motorcycle. But, my other level of importance is, you're still riding a 1,000-pound vehicle, right? So, what happens if he gets drunk, falls asleep, starts wobbling, rides in oncoming traffic, now he kills a family of 4, right?
Yeah.
So, how would you like to live with that on your conscience,
Yeah.
right? So, you have to kind of look at things like that a little bit. It's sometimes a little bit bigger than just, let's help this guy we don't know get off the bike. But, I think a lot of times people are afraid to intervene, they're afraid to say anything because they don't want to look like the bad guy, right? But, you kind of have to look at it as, are we really going to be possibly saving somebody's life here, right? So,
definitely.
whether you know him or not,
I like to keep, let me see if I have it. I don't know about every serve or every, what do you call it? Community, but there's, in our community, we have, what is it called? The biker toe thing.
Oh yeah,
I
have them in the bike. Yeah.
I don't have it on me.
There's like I would say there's like 2 good toe companies in Vegas and 1 really bad one.
Yeah.
So so I know who to call and who not to. But yeah.
But yeah, there's services, and I'd be surprised if not every town had them.
Yeah.
For some reason I don't have it. Where it's free tow, they'll tow your bike for free.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling it and you've had too much to drink, they'll come out and tow your bike. They got these cool rigs where it lifts the bike right up into the
right
truck
in the back
and
of the
all
truck.
that.
Yeah,
it's all
they're
safe
great.
and secure, and it's free. Tipsy tow. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. That's the one that comes to mind.
They're a good one. Yeah.
But that's definitely a service to keep on hand, especially if it's just you too. Like, then you don't have to worry about your bikes, getting it the next day and so forth.
Well, and to amplify on that, I think that's part of some of the fear for some people is like, well, I don't have my, you're out drinking, right?
Yeah.
And it gets into well, I don't want to take his keys. I don't want to say anything because it's going to be a hassle. He's going to fight me. He's going to, it's just, so I'm just going to turn the other cheek, right?
Yeah.
But and every city's got something like that.
And you do have to be prepared to fight.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't say fight some random person that's been drinking, but like if it's your own
somebody in your
member,
club, yeah.
Like you are the last stop probably for preventing them to get onto the bike, so you might have to fight them. And I've been close to situations where you're taking the keys and they're just like not letting go. They
Right.
don't. They're so sure of themselves.
And I will share with you, we actually had a guy one time who was in our club who wound up leaving over alcohol.
Yeah.
So we didn't realize he had a drinking problem, like nobody really knew. And so he was out one night, and he actually didn't live that far from me, which was a travesty because I could have easily gotten him home. There were so many ways we could have dealt with this, but he crashed his bike, totaled it.
Yeah.
It was amazing he didn't get really super hurt, a little
Yeah.
road rash here and there, but nothing really major. And then he went out once he kind of healed up and everything, and he got some money together, and he went out and bought a brand new Indian, like a Chieftain, I think it was. Brand new bike. I mean, brand new. Had it for 2 weeks. Crashed it because he was drunk.
Oh my god!
And total that bike. So imagine that. You go spend $30,000 on a bike, and then you total it, right?
Yeah.
And he contacted us right after it happened. Once we heard that he went down, we all flooded his house, make sure he was okay and everything. But then we heard he's like, yeah, and he admitted it. He wasn't even, like trying to hide that. But he's like, yeah, I had a couple too many. I was clearly driving drunk. I should have said something. I should have done something. Dropped his bike and stupid, right? But he turned in his cut. He's like, I think I need to take a break from riding.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's like, I'm turning to my patches because I just think I need to kind of, no pun intended, downshift from this a bit.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is he needed to take a break from from drinking.
Yeah.
Right. That was the real problem, was riding. But it was a combination of the two.
Sometimes being in those social situations. It's starting to rain.
So yeah.
But yeah, being in those social situations can bring back bad habits.
Yeah. Right.
And whatnot. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where else to go with it, to be honest.
No, I think we kind of hit it. Leave a comment in the comments if you can. Tell us any stories that maybe you've had where you've had to help somebody out, or maybe somebody helped you. I mean, these are important topics, and it's all about just protecting our brothers, right? And whether you know them or not. And not even just motorcycles. You see somebody driving on the road that way too. To a truck stop or a bike. Anything, right? Yeah.
An idea here that we've tried before, it doesn't always work, is if you're a bunch of guys going to a bar, going out riding,
have somebody hold all the
have
keys.
drinks. Yeah, Sergeant Arm, take all the keys. You gotta check in with him. If you're sober enough to ride, then you get your keys back.
Yeah, easy.
And then there's no fight afterwards. I mean, I guess there could still be a fight, but then at least you don't have to take it from them and risk them still getting on their bike.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say if you guys have any stories on that, or ideas on curbing the situation to not make it a fight, but protect your brothers and people around you, because drinking can be really bad, especially when there's motorcycles involved.
We're riding 1,000-pound missiles, so it's like we got to kind of keep that in mind.
That's true.
So if you've ever had a situation where maybe you've had to take the keys, or if you maybe have something that you would like to contribute as far as ways that you can help with this situation, please leave a comment in the comments. We'd love to hear it. And, other people in the community can as well. This is kind of a serious topic, but, it's an important one, and we all have to kind of be aware of it because it happens a lot. And one of the reasons we made this video is because I'm just getting tired of, turning into the news every single week and hearing that a motorcyclist was killed. And it's usually one of two causes. It's usually speed or it's alcohol. And it's a bad, and that combination is even worse, but I hear that a lot, and it's getting a little tiresome. So, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know if you've ever had an issue where you've had to maybe take the keys from somebody, or maybe you have another idea on how you can kind of, diffuse these situations with somebody that has been having a few too many. We'd love to hear it. And of course, like and subscribe to this channel. You can do that right down there. That helps us grow it. And we were excited again to hit our 1,000th subscriber. That's hard to say. But we're really excited about that, and there's going to be a ton more stuff to come. We have a whole bunch of really cool things we're doing to expand this channel coming soon. So we're very, very excited about that. So stay tuned on that. And if you can, please, we're not going to toast today. So we usually end our videos.
Feels wrong.
Kind of a bad idea. But keep the shiny side up, enjoy your ride, and we'll see you in the next video.